Don't you try to tell me about love. You know nothing about love. Don't you try to tell me about trust. You the one that fucked it all up. This is the story of a girl, been through the struggles of the world. This is the story of a girl, yeah, cold world.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Lunaa Soleil, back with another one. This is 13 Reasons Why I Let Go and Let God. If you haven't already, make sure you check out episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, so you can be caught up on my story and you don't have to be confused. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. And before we start this motherfucking video, you know the deal. Hit the thumbs up and the notification bell for my upcoming videos too. Today we're gonna talk about my best friend, Remy Marshall. My sister. I can't even call her my best friend. I'm gonna call her my sister because she was there with me through all the shit I've been through. And she treated me better than my own sister did. So, for life, she'll be my sister. We literally been friends since the age of 14. So, what is that? 22 years and counting? 20 years and counting? Yeah, that's how long we've been friends for. So, this episode is dedicated to her. So, y'all remember how in grade 9, I had a group of friends that left me for dead when I got rushed? So after that, I became friends with Remy. We used to see each other in the hallway. She used to chill with the Spanish people. I even thought she was Spanish because she used to slick her hair back up into like a big puff. She used to tuck her, I hope she doesn't get mad at me for saying this. She used to tuck her uniform pants into the back of her socks like the Spanish people did. She used to chill with all the Spanish people. She used to, when she used to see people, I thought this bitch was Spanish. Only to find out, she basically has a similar mix to me. She's white, well, native, Trini, like me, and Grenadian. So yeah, not really too sure how we first became friends. We just started to link up because, yeah, like I fucked with her vibe and she fucked with my vibe. And we really got to know each other, and I feel like we had very similar stories growing up, and I understood her and she understood me. Me and Remy became friends. We were the most hated in the school because all the mandem loved us. So people used to pick on my friend Remy. And even though I was timid, she was way more timid than me. So like, I believe God sent me into her life to show her how to speak up for herself. I feel like God put us together to be best friends because we were going through the same shit and we needed each other to get through it. So Remy came from a household that was kind of tricky. She was like basically adopted by her grandparents, and her grandparents, or her grandmother I should say, was more strict than my mom in the sense that she wasn't allowed outside. She had to be home at 3 o'clock. She was literally Cinderella of the family because she literally had to clean up after the family. Like, it's like her grandmother was training her to be a wife, a housewife. Also, her grandma didn't buy her clothes like that. She had the Bosco uniform on Civvies Day. Like, sometimes I felt bad because she like would wear her brother's clothes. And like, I had a job at the time, so I made it my duty that every time I got paid, I would bring Remy to Orifice Road. We would skip school, we would go to Orifice Road, and I'd buy her clothes. She was my sister. I wasn't gonna let her go out like that. Me and Remy had a lot of static in the school with bitches, okay? We're going to talk about in grade 11. So that we're going to take it back to 2009. Remember those girls that left me for dead? Those same girls had the audacity to all of a sudden find some strength to pick on my friend Remy. Starting rumors about her around the school. Messaging her on MSN. Telling her that when they see her at school, they're going to drag her by her hair. And Remy had that beautiful ass hair. Like I said, she's native, Trinise, and Grenadian. So, she had that beautiful ass hair. So, clearly, you know, the bitches were jealous of her hair. So, Remy called me that evening, let me know what was going on. I hopped on MSN and started messaging those girls, telling them, like, yo, when we see you tomorrow, it's up. I always felt like I had to defend Remy. I always felt like I had to go on the war front for my girl, Remy. So, the next day, we go to school. We arrive to school at 8 o'clock. School starts at like 8:30, I think, 8:35. If you know Bosco, the cafeteria is on the first level. And the bus stop, like you could see the cafeteria from the bus. You could see the bus stop from the cafeteria. So I told Remy, we're gonna sit in this cafeteria and wait for them bitches to come to school. So that's exactly what we did. About 8:35, because the bell rang. And I'm like, where are these bitches? They're not coming to school today? Didn't they say they have smoke for you? They're gonna pull you by your hair and do all these type of evil shit that they said that they're gonna do to you? Where are these bitches at? I'm getting impatient. 8:40, they jumped off the bus. I looked at Remy like I'm her damn referee in a boxing ring, and I'm like, you ready, girl? We're going for them. Mind you, I already had like, what, 3-4 suspensions? Cause I was fighting bitches. We walk up to the girl now and I'm like, yo, what's that shit you guys are talking on MSN? Like, why you guys talking to about my friend like that? What's up? And then the girl tried to kiss her teeth and walk away, and Remy put her hand in front of the girl. So the girl hit Remy. And I won't even lie to you guys, I beat the brakes off of that girl that day. All the anger inside of me, all the pain and hurt I felt from my friend, I unleashed it on that girl that day. So as I'm beating the brakes off of AB, a next girl in the group called AB decides to sucker punch my friend Remy from the back. Like, my friend was a spectator. She wasn't even in, like, there was no other issue going on at the time. She was watching me whoop this girl's ass, and as she's watching me whoop this girl's ass, the next friend sucker punched Remy from the back. Weird shit. Y'all, at the time I was living in Moss Park with my mom's stepsister. So me and Remy didn't even go to school that day. We got on the transit and we took our ass to Moss Park and we chilled with my step auntie for the day. So obviously the school has my mom's phone number on file. They start calling my mom and leaving messages on my mom's phone and Remy's mom's phone talking about if we don't come to school with parents, then we can't return back to school. So the next day, me, Remy, my mom, and Remy's mom had to go to the office to speak to the principals. And obviously the two girls that were involved with the argument, or the fight, sorry, the altercation, they came with their parents too. So we're all in the office sitting down with 3 police officers because the school notified the police for whatever reason. The girl that I beat up, it's time for her mom to speak. So her mom's bawling. You broke my daughter's back. I have hospital bills I have to pay for. My daughter's not a citizen here. And I was sitting there with no remorse because I didn't have no remorse because you guys were threatening my friend on MSN thinking she's a weak link. But you guys should have known once you say her name, I pop up. And it's always been that way and it's always gonna be that way. So my mom comes with her little attitude talking about, well, your daughter should have never put her hands on my daughter and she wouldn't have got her ass handed to her. Because my mom was like, yo, it's not my fault my daughter's stronger than your daughter. Then they tried to come to Remy. What do you have to say for yourself? And Remy's like, I don't have nothing to say for myself. What happened is exactly what's supposed to happen. It's crazy because my mom's a Scorpio, Remy's a Scorpio. So they were on the same type of timing in that meeting. It's just me and Remy's mom who were quiet. Wasn't saying too much. So yeah, we were allowed to come back to school, but we had to stay away from each other. And yo, that girl that sucker punched Remy, AB, you're lucky, bro. You're lucky. You knew you had to sneak my friend because my friend would have smashed you. So we returned back to school, stayed away from them girls as promised, and kept flourishing. And it felt good, yo. It felt good to hear people say, Dora crushed that girl. Like, that shit felt good. Because, like, I got rushed. You already know that story. I also got in a prior fight with some next girl. But I decided I'm not even gonna really touch base on that story because it wasn't traumatizing to me at all. It was a agreement between both of us to scrap. But I didn't win that fight. But this fight, I won. And people were like, it's about time she learned how to fight type shit. Me and Remy were inseparable. Yeah, we were on fuckery. I can't even lie. Like, she got a couple secrets of mine. She gonna take to the grave, and likewise. So, our relationship feuded jealousy, and when I say that, my sister was jealous of me and my best friend's relationship. But I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna get into the specifics. Like I said, Remy's a Scorpio, and if you know Scorpios, they're hush hush with their business. And that's kind of like an issue I had with Remy. when we were growing up, because like I would tell her all my dirt and she wouldn't really tell me her dirt until it was too late and she needed a helping hand. Me and Remy, like I said, we were best friends. We were close as fuck. And me and my sister were not close. Like, we were always together, but we were always fighting. People didn't even want me and my sister at their houses because we used to break up stuff in their house. I'm talking, we used to fight for 8 hours at a time. My brother would be bawling, crying. Stop, stop. My mom would lock herself in the room because she's like, I'm not breaking no nail for you guys. Just don't kill each other. And back then, my sister, she would crush me. My little sister would crush me. Can't do it now though. I was more like the weapon type, like stab my sister in the face with a screwdriver. But it's because I was tired of getting beat up. Like I wasn't having it. So yeah, what ended up happening is like over the years, Remy and my sister clearly had the same taste in guys because both of them were secretive and they ended up finding out multiple times that they were fucking with the same nigga. So my sister was on a thing like, I fucking don't like your friend. She's a slut. She's always fucking the niggas I'm fucking. But it's like, none of you guys were being vocal about who you guys were fucking with. So how were you guys supposed to know? And these niggas weren't telling nobody. They're trying to have their cake and eat it too. I'll be part of the reason why multiple times I caught my sister's best friends fucking with my niggas or fucking on my niggas. I guess like she felt like I was enabling my friend to talk to guys that she talked to, but I didn't know nothing about it and my friend didn't even know nothing about it. So my sister made it her duty to try to like get into my head and tell me that Remy wasn't my friend and Remy was a bad person. But I wasn't buying the illusions. Like, you couldn't tell me about my friend because my friend is more real to me than you ever been. And sorry, baby girl, me and Remy never fought the same nigga. So we're gonna fast forward to 2011. 2012. Me and Remy went to Walmart one day. I don't remember which Walmart it was, but we went to Walmart one day, and you know you have those like psychics walking around, like them Indian psychics that be like, oh, come let me do a reading for you. So basically they came up to us and there was two of them and we went our separate ways. She went one way with the one guy, and I went the other way with the other guy. These times I was a stripper, so the psychic said to me like, oh, what you're doing, I know you don't want to do it. It's because your mom kicked you out early and you're just trying to make ends meet for your kids and you are not going to be doing this much longer. And one day you're going to be famous. He asked me for a donation and I told him, nah, I'm good. Because I felt like, yo, if you have gifts, like I got gifts, and you need to tell somebody something, if they choose to pay you, it's one thing. But to demand money is another. It's your gifts from God, right? So you should be giving them messages for free. At a distance, I could see the next guy talking to Remy, and it looked like she was kind of sad. I was trying to like read the energy from where I was at, but trying not to be too false, and still trying to like take in the information that this psychic's telling me. I seen Remy hand the man $50, and I'm like, come, let's go. Our taxi's here, because I called a taxi before these psychics came up to us. So I remember in the taxi, I'm asking her, what did the guy say? And like I said, Scorpios, she ain't saying nothing. Or maybe the guy, actually, she ended up telling me that the man told her that she's not allowed to tell me what up. I kind of felt like the vibe was weird between me and Remy, but like I didn't really know what was up, you know? She was really quiet. I could see that she was thinking a lot. Like, definitely he told her something that kind of upset her spirit. We went back to my crib, because at the time, you already know I had 2 kids, so I had my own place, and Remy was staying with me for a bit. My sister was staying with me as usual. My brother was staying with me. A couple days later, it was like the weekend. My kids went to their dad's house, so I was kids free for the weekend. My son went to his adopted grandma's house. We're just gonna call her that. Like, I had a best friend, and her mom decided to take my son in as his grandmother. And yeah, he used to go there like regularly. So it was a kids free weekend. My sister called some friends over. I called some friends over. Remy was over. My brother was there. It was a full house. We were drinking, chilling, listening to music, smoking, you know, doing what young 20-year-olds do. Matter of fact, it was my mom's birthday weekend. So this was like November 2012. How could I forget? Because it was like my mom's 40th birthday, and I remember I baked like 40 cupcakes. I ended up buying her a bunch of roses, like 3 of the same color roses for the amount of kids she had, and like two of another color roses for the amount of grandkids she had. Like, I was always thoughtful no matter what my mom had did to me. Like, I always, when it came to birthdays, I always came around for my mom. It's crazy because I wasn't even speaking to my mom at that time, but I showed up to her birthday party to surprise her. Yeah, that's the child I was, or that's the young lady I was, with like 40 cupcakes, 40 balloons, and a bunch of roses. So, like I said, my mom had a birthday party. My sister, she was fucking with her ex. Her ex was living with us too. I gave them a bedroom, like they had their own bedroom. Or like, were they in the basement? Yeah, they were in the basement or whatever. And it's like, my sister found a new nigga and she wanted to diss her ex. She wanted to kick him out because she was infatuated with this new nigga, or what she could get from him. So after we came from my mom's birthday party, my house is packed up, it's the after party. My sister decided that she wants to throw her ex-boyfriend, or her now ex-boyfriend, stuff out the window, telling him that he has to come out my house. And this is somebody I knew since I was a child. So I was kind of feeling sad for him. I was kind of feeling bad for him because I'm like, how are you going to kick out this person that's been loyal to our family for how long? For somebody that you just met. Hitting him in the head with a dustpan, telling him, get out, screaming. And I'm like, yo, girl, relax. Like, the police are gonna come here. It's crazy because she made the ex-boyfriend drive us to my mom's party, but then told the new nigga to meet her there. Honest, she only wanted to fuck with the new nigga because he gave her rides. He fed her habits. I'm just gonna say that much. So, yeah. It was like her boops type shit. And the other nigga was still trying to figure himself out, so he didn't really have much going on. So she kind of traded him in for the new nigga, even though she didn't give a fuck about the new nigga. She just liked what the new nigga could do for her. So I'm just there crying, saying like, you guys stop. My brother's defending the ex because, like I said, he's been close to the family for how many years. So my brother and my sister start fighting. She tries to stab my brother. But luckily, my brother's wearing one of those like puffer jackets, like the bomber jackets. So a bunch of feathers are flying all over the place. There's alcohol spilling all over the place. People are slipping. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck's going on? I'm just there trying to clean up the feathers. And I'm crying. I'm just like, yo, you guys stop. And it's like, the more I'm crying, the more my brother is getting mad. Because it's like, fuck, we don't want to hear Dora cry. They were tired of hearing me cry. So my sister ends up going downstairs. I guess I told the guy, like, you could stay. I don't care what she says. Like, you could stay. She don't pay rent here. She don't even pull her weight here. She's in here trying to run it like it's her crib, and it's not. You could stay if you want. Stay in the one room and she could stay downstairs. I don't really care. But, like, you don't have to leave this moment. Like, you could figure it out for a couple of days. And if you want to leave, then you could leave. But he ended up leaving because obviously he has self-respect and he's not going to put up with something like that. Like, he's not going to stay in a situation where he's not wanted. So in the middle of the scuffle, Double A, which is my sister's friend that was there, she ended up falling and hitting her head. And like, she was severely injured. Like, she was bleeding. There was blood everywhere. Like, in the midst of her breaking up the fight, she must have got hit and she fell. So I'm crying. And I'm like, yo, somebody's got to take this girl to the hospital. They're talking about calling ambulance. I'm like, you guys are not calling ambulance to my house, because once you call ambulance to my house, comes the police, and I don't want no police at my door. Long story short now, the new guy that my sister wants to talk to ends up taking the girl to the hospital. And then I send my friend to go in the car because I'm like, yo, I'm going to clean up. Just make sure she's blessed. My sister didn't have no intention to follow her friend to the hospital until she seen that Remy was going to the hospital. Then she jumped in the car last minute. At the time I'm preening, I'm like, yeah, she just wanted to jump in the car because she's scared that the nigga's gonna like Remy. Because remember, they got a history of guys liking both. So they bring the girl to the hospital. I get a phone call from Remy and she's hysterical. She's crying, talking about, your sister just hit me. Your sister just beat me up in the hospital. So Remy them come back. My sister comes back. Remy comes back. They all come back in the same car. And I'm talking to Remy like, what happened, bro? And she's like, bro, your sister is in the car talking about, oh, you're a slut. You just want my man. That's why you jumped in the car. Why, if your friend's at home, why are you following my friend to the hospital? You should have stayed home with your friend. Your friend's crying. You just want to follow man. And you just want my man and blah, blah, blah. Talking crazy. But like, little did my sister know, I'm the one that told Remy to go to the hospital, because I know Remy is a nurturing person, and like, she was exactly what Double A needed by her side. So now I start arguing with my sister like, yo, why the fuck did you put your hands on my friend? Are you stupid? And my sister's talking about, oh, she thinks she's your fucking sister. She wants to be me. She wants to be your sister. She's a weird girl. I seen her watching you when you're sleeping. She's obsessed with you. On some weird shit. Like, bro, are you stupid? Like, you ain't never been a real sister to me. So why are you mad that somebody else is a real sister to me? Like, weird. So Remy stayed the night, and like the next day, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I never seen Remy again. I think I seen her again when we were like 9 years later. Like, she absolutely ruined the relationship between me and my best friend, my real sister, the one that was the holder of all my secrets, the one that really had my back. Fast forward to now, like, I talked to Remy this year, and I had to ask her because it was bothering me. My mind was boggling, and I'm like, yo, remember that psychic that stopped us at the plaza and spoke to us? What did he say to you? Because you were moving weird since that day. Like, you were moving like he told you some shit. Like, you seen a ghost, bro. Yo, the psychic told her that there's an evil person around her, A.K.A. my sister, and that I'm always gonna be loyal to my sister, so it's best that she gets away from us. Bro, so I lost my real sister over a fake sister. That's really my real sister. And that shit hurts till this day. But it's soft, because I made a promise to Remy that I'm never gonna crack to my family again. So she doesn't have to feel like the dark part of my life is intruding on her life, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because Remy got kids, I got kids. Our kids didn't even get to grow together because of my sister. And that's not the only friendship my sister ruined for me. My sister ruined a lot of friendships for me, with rumors, with lies. It's like she wanted to isolate me from the world, but she didn't want to support me. She didn't want to have my back like a real sister does. Moral of the story: blood doesn't make you family, it just makes you related. And sometimes real family are those who have your back, that ain't never gonna switch on you, that's always gonna be there for you through hard times. And sometimes when your real family can't do what they're supposed to do for you, God places people in your life to replace those family members. But anyways, 13 reasons why I decided to let go and let God. And that's only 4.
I turn my test into testimonies. Whole stay mad cause they checking on me. Ain't flexing on me. I've been the ace, do a lesson on me. Praise to the most high. Show me the way to the gold mine. I had to break me a soul tie.